Hi, I'm Christine Crow, and welcome to my channel. Well, I'm almost 60 years old, and like most people that are age 60 plus, I was never taught how to save properly, even for my retirement. So nobody told us about, or me, about investing. Nobody told me about how silver can be used for retirement as in investment purposes. Yes, I was selling gold and silver back in 2007 and turning scrap gold, silver and gold, for example, and turn them into gold or silver bars, for example. But I didn't think about retirement, how I can use this as an edge to beat inflation. So as my pension shrinks and my retirement seems to be further away than what I thought from when I was a lot younger, for example, 60 years old, I'd be retiring, turned into 65, then turned into 68, for example. I'm now doing something different. I'm not going to just rely on that, for example. So every month I take my YouTube check, $70 and upwards a month, for example, from YouTube. They pay me for the videos that I do that place ads on them, and I buy silver coins. Why? Because surviving isn't enough anymore, and to have something to build, something that's real, something for me to look at, for example, the growth from the silver coins that I've been stacking. So let me ask you a question here. What if you could turn $70 a month into $24,000 in 10 years? I know, it seems so far away, but trust me, I'm going on my 6th 10 year, and I can tell you it goes pretty fast. Now, silver is really, for me, it's a safe haven. Gold is too, but silver is smashing gold right now. And that just tells me that what I'm doing is the correct thing. It's the people's gold. I see silver as the tortoise that is going to win the race, because it's something that we have to use in our everyday life. We cannot do without silver now, which is really strange, right? Because I never thought of how powerful silver actually is, that we use it in our solar panels, it's in our tech, it is in electric vehicles, it's in renewable energy, it's in our medical equipment, it's in our daily lives. Silver. Wow. What a self-realization that if there was no silver, what would happen? What would happen? We've been so dependent on silver and we didn't even realize. So today's video, I want to talk to you about the truth that no one is telling us, that by having silver is physically, I'm referring to here, it is wealth. You are building wealth. You're building wealth with a silver coin. For example, one coin at a time, 1 ounce at a time. If this is what you can afford right now, then it's something that is well worth getting. Look, if the supermarkets are selling it, like Costco, for example, then you know there's something in there, because you can use it as a bartering tool to even buy products, physical products, for example, like groceries. If the worst case scenario was to happen, like what happened abroad in Portugal and Spain, where they had no electricity, they couldn't access the cash point, there was nothing. But if there was silver, for example, there's things that we can do by building a community as well. That's important as well. Because imagine if the supermarkets, they would have been closed as well during that time because they couldn't open, then what happens for food? How do you barter? But you could barter if it's a community, if there's a neighbor that does eggs, if there's a neighbor that does fruits, vegetables, there's all those different things. Check out my video on the survival guide. But back to today's video, which is about retirement. Now, like I said, saving $70 a month, like I'm turning my $70 a month that YouTube pays me, for example, into $24,000 in 10 years. Not in a bank, not in a pension that you can't access, but in your hands, physically in your hands, that you can access at any time, for example. So, why am I doing this? Because I want to be able to build physical wealth. I want to be able to have retirement savings, for example. Half of Americans aged 55 to 66 have zero retirement savings. And amongst those that did save, the average is $10,400, for example. And this is the source from the US Census Bureau 2024, for example. And the highest was 33,000, for example, was the average, the median. So it's not just about numbers. This is a warning. It's a warning, and it's why I am actually doing this video, because I can see that that this is around the world. So what they haven't taught us, well, I grew up in an undervalued community. We weren't taught about savings. We were taught to work hard, not to build wealth, get a job, go to college, save a little, and maybe, just maybe, you'll retire comfortably. But that's a lie now. Even middle class families are living paycheck to paycheck in retirement. We were never taught about compound interest, helping to save, to hedge against inflation, hedging against inflation, gold or silver as real money. The long game of wealth, not buying something and flipping. This isn't a get rich quick scheme. It is a long-term plan that you've got to be strategic at. There's lots of people out there that have done the long-term plan. I've seen it with my friends, family, where they've done a long-term plan. But not many people do. because we get into our daily lives and we become busy and we're surviving. That is normal to do. But if you're looking at a retirement, because we really don't know what the cause and effects of all of these uncertainties that we've been facing recently. So we didn't have access to this knowledge. School didn't teach us this. Neither did college, unless you went to a specialist qualification. Then you would know about all of these things, like finance, for example. My YouTube plan is that I've been posting videos on YouTube since 2013, for example. But only recently did I realize, and that's because of the uncertainty that is going on today, the economic uncertainty that we're facing. And like I said, only recently did I realize that this platform can do more than just share stories. It can pay you too. I fund my future retirement. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be my whole retirement. It's going to be a buffer. It's going to be something that's there if I need to have, without much effort, without the risk of going without, for example. So I buy, for example, with my YouTube revenue, I buy 2 silver coins a month. That's it. That's all. No stress, no anxiety about it, just something that's smooth and transactional. I receive it on the 21st of each month. I go and buy a coin, 2 coins, for example. Sometimes 3, depending on how much YouTube pays me, for example. See, silver is undervalued. It's an industrial demand, historical strength it has, and future potential. So let me break this down for you. So 2 coins a month times 12 gives me 24 coins a year. And over a 10-year period, that would be 240 coins I would have. If silver becomes $50 per ounce, for example, in 10 years, that's 12,000. Some coins may appreciate more. Look, some of the coins that I've purchased have been bullion coins and mint coins and collector's coins, for example. Some of them are 1 ounce stacking coins, for example, silver coins. So possibly this could give you 24,000 in value or more over time. No bank would give you that kind of return on $70 a month. But silver can. So let's talk about this in reality here. Pensions are shrinking. It's shrinking. I know of people this year that are meant to retire this year, but they're having to work another year because of the tariffs and the stock market's crashed. It actually affected their pension. And that's what woke me up to think, oh, I need to make sure I've got a backup plan. So 401ks are market dependent. It's not meant to be all of your pension. So we've got to look at your state pension that you get, your private pension, but also an additional pot so that you've got a backup plan. And this is what silver and gold does for you. It's a safe haven. It's been around before cash or even these pensions came along. They were the safe haven. So inflation is eating away at our cash savings. Our cash is going down all the time. Retirement age is being pushed to 68 for me, for example. And then it's probably going to be 70 because of, I believe, the cause and effect from what's happened this year in 2025. And maybe beyond. It's going more. They're stretching it more and more. It's further away than what we think it is. So if you want to retire at the time that you say you want to retire, then why not start building this gold and silver stacking, for example? Whatever it is you can afford. You can buy fractional gold. It doesn't have to be 1 ounce at a time. You can buy grams at a time of gold, for example. Check Costco out if you haven't done so already. Now, you know, we've told to keep working. That's what we're being told. Keep working, keep working, keep working. But I don't want to work till I die. I want to work to a certain age, for example. Yes, I've still got another 10, 15 years that I want to continue working. For example, I've got a lot of life in me and I want to continue. But I want to retire on my terms. If I decide I want to retire at 70, then I'll retire at 70. With dignity, with peace of mind, and options. With options, that's what I want to have for when I reach my retirement. And this silver plan is my way to start doing that now, not later. So this works for me because it's sustainable. This is not about getting rich. Please don't think this is about a get-rich-quick scheme, because it's not. It's the people's gold, which I call silver. It's about building something stable, something real. Silver is physical. It's tangible. It's tangible. It is resistant to inflation. It's recognized globally, around the world. Everyone knows gold and silver. It's tradable in a crisis. And most importantly, physical gold and silver is yours. You really need to have it so that you've got it in your hands when you need to. Most importantly, like I said, it's yours. It belongs to you. It is not a IOU from the government or a promise from a pension provider. It's real, it's safe, and it's yours. And guess what? I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't doing this on YouTube. I wouldn't even be thinking of it. So I must say thank you to YouTube for this, because YouTube is helping me build my pension fund, part of my pension fund. Posting videos like this is really giving me a habit, a rhythm, a purpose, knowing that I'm doing this to get a gold or silver coin, for example. And now it's actually giving me part of my future. It's become part of my future. For you, let's look at this. This video is for you. If you've started late, you feel behind, you were never taught how to invest, you have come from maybe an undervalued or a minority community, for example, you can still do this. One coin at a time. One coin at a time. I'm doing one video at a time. You can even do 1 month at a time. You see, I am doing this in stages to get a payment from YouTube so I can then purchase my silver coins. That's $70 or more, for example, to purchase silver coins. It's not just about money, it's about momentum. So don't wait for a miracle to happen. Stack now, start small, and keep going. So what I'd love to hear from you, if this video has inspired you, type plan in the comments and I will send you over my stacking calculator. Use the link as well to buy your first coin. Today there's an affiliate link here, for example. Subscribe and share this with someone who you feel that needs this backup plan too, because this is a backup plan for me right now. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just someone like you trying to make my retirement work in this broken system that we've got. It's about freedom. It's about dignity. It's about owning your future. Let's stack together, one coin at a time. Can you imagine when we're looking in America, they're looking at cutting Medicaid? Maybe this could be your backup plan for that. You know, topping up, getting silver coins. So it can help pay towards medical bills. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but this is what we're looking at in today's world in 2025. This could be your safe haven at some point. So let's stack together, one coin at a time, and I will see you in the next video. Stay safe, everyone, and stay stacking. I look forward to speaking with you all soon in the next video. Take care now. Thank you. Bye.